Hi there everyone, Farmer Bob here. Welcome back to my channel, man. Great to be back with another video. Always nice to have some content to make, It's been becoming a bit dry lately. With the end of FS22, there's actually millions of things to do, but it's sort of gone downhill, as everyone sort of gets into FS25 and all the gloom and nice things of FS25, But anyway, guys, welcome. If this is your first time in my channel, a warm welcome to you. It's great to have you. Do remember to subscribe. If you do like my content, please do that. I do appreciate. Great, man, guys. So what are we doing today? We're having a look at making or converting an FS19 shed. One of the guys here on Discord has asked so nicely to help him convert this shed from Millennium Farm. It's the Millennium Farm FS19 shed pack, and there's 3 things in there, and we're gonna sort of help him along and just show everyone how to do that. I know it's like almost not worthwhile converting anything from FS19 anymore now, but it's something to do, something nice to do. So let's get stuck in with that and get going. All right, so what I've done is first I've downloaded it obviously off the internet. There it is, and I've unzipped it. That's how far I've gone it, and I've just opened it up to have a look at the actual sheds to figure out what shed I'm going to have a look at. It's shed 2 that he wants to do, which is it's this basically this one here. I'm going to quickly open it in 822 just to get an idea what it looks like, and then so you can also see there it is in all its things. Very, very nice. And it's why is this thing so fast? It's on 50. No wonder. Here at the bottom. Oh wait, now I've lost my shed. Where is it? Select it, press F, and we're back into business. Oh, that's much better. All right. I had it fast because I was probably doing some groundwork or stuff on the map or something. I can't remember. Anyway, so this is it here. And this thing is showing all the lights and everything. It's going crazy. Okay, good. So it's a basic shed with some lights and a door or 2. Yeah, there's a door there, and I think on the side, there's a huge door here on the side also by the looks of it. There it is. So very simple, some lights and a door or 2 doors. Okay, good stuff. So let's get stuck in with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make things simple and easy for myself. I'm just going to close all of that. We don't need that open. Drop this thing in the editor of 906 so we can see if the 906 can convert it for us. It's always good to try that first and see how it goes. I've honestly never had much luck with that, but you never know. Miracles seems to happen, So we're going to say open mod, and we're going to go into our downloads and then FS19 Millennial, that one, and we're going to before we do that, let me just quickly, because there's a lot of extra stuff in this pack. So I'm going to first just delete the stuff I don't want, like the XMLs for sure. Shed 3 I want to chuck. Shed 3, the workshop I want to let go, that one there. M2 stays, icon stays. So that's all the stuff we don't want. Quickly open the mod desk. Let's just run through that. Store items. So we're going to chuck the one there. Shed 2 is the one we want. And then these things I'm going to leave. They are just the L10N translations. Some actions for the doors. This is your stuff to make your doors work, and some input bindings for in-game to say keyboard, mouse, what they do, and then obviously the indexing and all of that with that. So save that mod disk. There you go. So that's now all converted. Well, I won't say converted, but just all the unnecessary stuff is chucked away that we don't want. All right. So here we go. Now we're going to go to editor. What is it? 906. Open editor 906. One more time. Going to go file, open mod, and find our downloads, FS19 pack, and then what we're going to do is open the mod disk, I believe. Yes, and there you go. Right, let's just see what happens. Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't have opened the. I should have opened the one that's unzipped or zipped. Actually, I haven't done this for such a long time. Sorry, guys. Let's try again. Third time lucky, you know. So let's go file open. Not open file opens. Open mod. You have to go open mod and then downloads the unzipped one. That one there. Yeah. All right. Good. Now it's going to ask me to do that working directory. Now, unfortunately, it's going to undo everything we've just done. All right. So what I'm going to do is just create here a new folder for me. Anyway, so it's going to now convert the whole pack. So let's see if it works. So FS underscore 22 underscore shed underscore pack. I'll just call it that. All right, something like that. And let's select the folder, and we're going to say working directory is that. Say okay, and there it is, unpacking. And now it's going to open it up. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's just see. We've got a console. What did it do? Did it actually do anything? Okay. It's a waste of time. Okay, works well for maps. You know, you can at least get a converted map that's somewhat converted. It never really converts the map. It does do some changes in the stuff, but like textures, it sometimes converts textures for you, which is handy. But 99.9%, you can't use the map anyway after they've converted it. Apparently converted it. That's what I would say. Okay, let's go there anyway, just to see what's happened to it now. Did it do anything? I don't think it did anything. You know, it's weird. But anyway, let's just do the same that we've just sort of done now. Going to bring this up to 80, which is our current one. I'm going to add my name here, just for fun. You know, because I actually worked on this little mod. Version 1, let's call it version 2. And then, yeah, that can all stay the same. Doesn't really matter. Store, we're going to chuck that. Shed 2, we want to keep. And then, what else was there? The rest is fine. I'm going to leave that for the time being. Save. Right. And then, in here, we want to chuck 3. We want to chuck... shed 3, store, workshop. Store shed 3, we don't want. Workshop, we don't want. Workshop, we don't want. Sounds and that stuff we can leave. All right. So now let's just have a look just for fun. If we open it now in 906, what's going to happen? Will it still work? Oh my gosh, yeah. All right. The normal stuff that you get when you open a mod directly in 906, that's FS19. You get a lot of texture errors as well as shader errors. That's pretty standard, you know, a lot of standard stuff happening. So all we're going to do, I believe the old shape file is the one we want to get rid of first, simply by just saving the mod like that. Saved. All right. If it says it's saved, then you can close it up. Just reopen it in 906. Make sure that your versions is correct when you open, because don't get confused. You won't believe how many times I get confused, and then there's a problem, you know. Like, as you can see, the only thing left after we've saved the shape file is the little one dashboard light shader. Now, dashboard light shader, as you can see it there, I'm going to highlight it. Control C, just to keep it in the little text spooler or whatever you want to call it, the clipboard. Go FS22 data shaders, not shed, sorry, shaders, topper bond. Find it. It is called dashboard light shader. You see it is not there because it is actually here. So when you open a FS19 thing in FS22, which is 906, what happens is it assumes the installation directory for FS22, which is this one here. because you're opening it in 906. So, but in reality, it should actually say here FS19, you know, so that is why it can't find this little shader, because it is here in FS19, if I can explain that correctly for you. If you go to FS19 installation directory, there it is, FS19, data, shaders, you will find dashboard light shader there. There it is, dashboard light shader. But you can't unfortunately use that shader because you want it in FS22. This shader doesn't work because it's an FS19 shader. So you need to have an FS22 version, which you will find if it's not here, FS22 data, FS19 support shaders. If it's not here, there it is, dashboard light shader. All right, so as simple as pie, guys. I'll quickly show you how to fix that problem. So the very first thing, and this you can do with all your shaders, but what I normally do, if you, let's just see how it goes. I'll tag along as it goes. So if we now close this up once again, now I've lost my place. Go back into mods, not mods, downloads. Here it is, FS22 Shed pack. And then we're going to go into the i3D. We're going to go right click, open with Notepad++, and find the shader. There it is, shaders, dashboard light shader. You see? So what we want to do now is just change here the directory into the correct directory, which is this one here, FS19 support. So click on top here, copy the FS19 support and the slash. Actually, this is the wrong slash, but anyway, we tag along. So it is data, Control V, drop it in there. That slash we don't want. This one, we just want to go forward. And now we know the spelling is correct because we copied it. You can type it in, but you won't believe how many typos I've made. I'm sure a million of you guys will agree. Copy and paste is much better when it comes to names and whatever. Just one little name here, if that is a capital letter, it will not work. Or just crazy stuff happens with this naming, you know. So yeah, copy paste, stick with that, and you know all is well. All right, so let's save up, open it up again, and this is what I want to show you. If this doesn't work, if it now gives another error that some stuff isn't there, or warning, missing texture, emissive map in light on. Okay, dashboard light shader. All right, so you can see now that the FS19 support shader for dashboard light shader, there's stuff in it that was in FS19 that's not here. So there's missing stuff in this shader. So we can't use that shader. Now I'm so glad that this happened, because now I can show you how to sort this out for real. Now what happens is, if we close this up again, don't save, back into our Shed i3D. Now instead of using the dashboard light shader, let's go back to shaders, which is the FS22 shaders, and just change this into glow shader. Now the glow shader is something for lights and stuff that glows, which the dashboard light shader is actually part of the vehicles and stuff with little dashboard stuff on the dash that glows, you know. So the glow shader should work. If the glow shader doesn't work, we use the vehicle shader. One of those two is going to definitely do the trick. All right, so let's save it up. Go into MSN Shed again for the third time. Or maybe it's like the 10th time already. I lost count. Great, and there you go. Warning. Right, loading file with invalid case. Glow shader. Oh my word, I've misspelled it, guys. Let's just see. Didn't I just talk about this? So let's find this glow shader. Where is it? Shaders, support, data, shaders. Glow shader. You see? Didn't I tell you? Copy paste, guys. Control C. So all I do to get this little blue thing there is you click on it once, and then you wait 1 second and click on it again. All you do then is Control C, and it will copy the whole name for you. Sort out that spelling errors. All right. Control V, and there you go. Save up. Let's try see if it works now. My word. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. Maybe it will work now. Great. And there you go, guys. Shader sorted out. No problem with the shader anymore, and no other errors for the building i3D. This is just the i3D sorted. Now the hard work starts. Is all the other stuff that never works, is the XML work. Great. Now we know all the XML stuff from FS19 should be correct, like the little nodes and the stuff here, doors and whatever. It should all be fine. So first things first, save up the little boy. Let's close it up as it is and give it a test. So I'm going to cut this now, drop it in my mods folder in here. There it is, FS22 Shed pack. Well, it's actually not a pack anymore. I'll just call it Shed MN. Let's call it MN, Millennial Farmer, whatever. Let's leave it like that. Where's it gone to now? Probably to the top. Yes, there it is. Okay, so a quick test in Farming Simulator. What's going on here? Hello? It's not responding. Restart it, please. What's going on? Okay, so we're just waiting for Steam to restart. It seems to have been restarting, synchronizing. Okay, keep this in the editor. No. It is now changed. The directory changed, obviously. So is this now up and running, guys? What's going on here? And let's just exit it, alright? What is going on with my Steam? You know what? I've upgraded my RAM the other day, and I've got this funny suspicion that the new RAM that I've got is something wrong with it. Or it's not really 100% compatible with my old RAM, So, because funny things has been happening since the additional RAM has been added, So there it is. Let's try it again. Launching. I won't be surprised if the game crashes on this first go, but let's have a look. Guys, let me just sort this out quick. Oh, there we go. Something's happening. It just took a bit of time to wake up, So there we go. So let's just quickly open here a new map. Let's deselect all. Just grab that for fun and find our shed. Is our shed here even? Big sty. I should have deleted most of the stuff first. Got a lot of stuff in here because I was playing around with some things for someone else, What's this modern shed? No, it can't be there. Okay, so it looks like we've got an error. So let's just run into there you go. Failed to open XML MSN Modex FS22 Shed MN Modesk. Okay, quit. So let's quickly have a look at that first of all. So that is part of the fun of fooling around, is figuring out what has been happening now. So it says there's no Modesk. Where's the Modesk gone? Huh? What happened to the Modesk, guys? There was a Modesk here, we edited it, and now suddenly it is just missing. Downloads, let's grab it again. There it is, Control C. No wonder it can't find it. Without the Modesk, there is no mod. I'm just going to leave all this stuff just for now. I just want to get Shed 2. Here it is. It's definitely the one I edited for some reason, or it looks like part of it. Alright, Modesk. So let's give it another go. But first, let me just chuck a few of these things out of the mods folder, Frickly, that we can leave. Worker silo, cosplay we can leave. Cow shed. Because otherwise, if we don't, that flexi coil I want to keep. Luckily, sorry guys, I'm wasting time now. Store deliveries I want to keep. Just want to quickly move this stuff out of my mods folder into mods 1, drop it in here, replace the files that's there, and there you go. And now we have a much cleaner mods folder to easily find our stuff, you know. Crazy stuff. Well, cool bananas. Let's have a look if we can find it now. Hopefully it will be there. Right, good. Career, continue, and it's still not there. What's going on here now? Oh yeah, I should have fixed up that mod disk. Let's quickly just fix up that mod disk, as we're wasting time now. So mod disk needs to be a version. I think it's 61 above, but we're going to go to 80, which is now's one. I'll just call this version 2, and that should do the trick, because otherwise it's still in the FS19 range of mod versions, you know. So that basically will chuck it out of FS22, and well, that's exactly what it did. So before we now carry on or do anything else, let's just check. There you go. All right. There you go. It looks much better. Alright, continue, deselect that one, and we can get this one out of the way. And then Millennial Farm Shed back. There it is. I'm going to keep up my dash here so that we can have a quick browse and see if there's any errors flying by. Now normally, I say normally, but normally your XML file, the mod disk gets used to put the mod in the game, and then the XML actually only works the moment you want to place it, you know. So we won't see any errors for that XML yet, because we haven't opened the shop yet and didn't want to place it yet. Alright, so that we can get out of the way. What I'm saying is, when you open your shop and into your placeables, I don't even know where it is. It's under sheds. It should be in here. There it is, eh? Millennial Farm Shed. So there you go. Could not load item. If we now go in here, it will tell us exactly. No type defined placeable. Alright, so the type is wrong for it. So that's our first issue that we want to solve, is there's the incorrect type for the shed. So very simple and easy to sort. Obviously stuff has changed from FS19 to FS22. So what we want to do is, I've got here FS22 open, Steam data. So we go into placeables. Let's go into a lizard, find any shed. Where is it? Oh, wait. Yeah, under Rudolf Hoffman, there's quite a few sheds in here. Barns, control chicken, cargo, hangar big. I think garage big, not the garages, but the hangar. Let's have a look at this hangars XML. Simple placeable, that's the one we want. Alright, so simple placeable, keep that simple. Alright, copy that. And let's open our XML, which is obviously shed 2. And you'll see, oh my word, the whole placeable thing is wrong. Okay, so what we want to do is grab the cargo hanger, take this whole line, because you need all the stuff here. Alright, this whole line of stuff. So you copy that whole line, go Control C into our shed, and overwrite this first line, Control V, like that. So when you click on placeable, just make sure it goes purple, and then right down at the bottom, the end of placeable should also be purple. Then you know you've got the line copied correctly and everything is kosher. One UTF, no. Let's just have a look. One UTF, no. That's all fine. I don't think there's ever a problem there. Store data is the name. Let's just see the cargo hanger. Let's follow the cargo hanger stuff. I'm going to go up to Lifetime Rudolf Hoffman Placeable Sheds. Brand. will be lizard. That I know is a brand in FS22. Species placeable will be fine. And sheds, it's fine. All right, so that 3 is good. Brand, species, and category is important. All right, and then we want to quickly fix this, which I know is going to be a problem, the file name. Now, in FS22, you don't have a file name anymore. In most cases, it will work, but do put it in a base. You know, Control C. So go into Shed. Let's just give it a base. Home. Control V, that in there. And then that there. And then Home. Control V. And then just close the base like that with a /, and there you go. Good stuff. I want to grab this here. Like so, and let's just give it a line open between the two. Placeable type, just want to check this. I think we can delete that. Yeah, placeable, of course we've got type there. So this is wrong. Let's delete that. Good, like that. And save. And now we should be good to go. All right. All the rest should be fine for now, because it was in, the seasons thing we can delete. I just saw seasons there. Yeah, that we can definitely delete. Mask area. Snow admirer. That's going to definitely, the snow admirer I know is going to give problems in FS22. So seasons, let's just chuck this. But then we're going to have to quickly have a look at our mapping. So start node 90. So 90, Control C. FV, Control V, find next, 90. So it's only that 3. So in the mappings, there's no mappings here. Oh, that's going to be a problem. So let's just see if it works. All right, so I'm going to just chuck the whole seasons thing. Well, let's test it first with the seasons, just to see what happens. But I know it's going to cause a problem, you know. So let's just check it out first. Farmer Bob, why are you stupid? Don't be stupid. Just remove the stuff that you know is going to cause a problem. So let's just do that, man, guys, because I know for a fact it's going to definitely give us issues. So let's chuck this out. Okay, day-night objects, that can stay. I'm sure that should be. I'm not too sure if that will work, but anyway. All right, let's try it again, guys. Let's try it again. See what's happening. Career, there we go. New farmer, continue. Deselect, just select the ones we want, like that. I actually don't need to store deliveries for what I'm doing here. So we're not working with vehicles, so we just want to use the placeable system in the game. Oh, I forgot to put on my little tool here, but I know this shouldn't give a problem. As I said, the mod desk now is problem free. It is the XML that we work with, and your XML only starts to work the moment you touch the mod. So like so, if we now go into our placeables under sheds right at the end. Oh my word, there's the shed. Can we place it? That's the good question. Zip it around. 40 grand, not too bad. It places, wonderful. Is there any errors? Oh, there's a few. Okay. But wow, that's already a big jump in. So the placeable story works fine. Clearing areas does seem to work. It did clear the area around. As you can see, it removed the clearing, and leveling seems to work. Did it level? It seems to have done some leveling, but let's have a look if the leveling works. I'm just going to get rid of these errors for now. By doing this, purchase back into construction. Let's just demolish this and see if we can sell it. Yes, we can sell it again. Yes, thanks. Good. All right, so let's place it here where it's very uneven. See if now... just want to remove the demolish mode. See now if the leveling does work. We will quickly notice if the leveling doesn't work. It shouldn't level the thing. We should now have some... Yep, it did work nicely. The clearing, in my mind, I suppose it's all right. It's a very short amount of clearing that it's done for you. But I mean, before you place a building, you're going to clear manually the area anyway. So clearing and leveling definitely works. Does the doors work? Oh my word! Look at that. The doors actually work. I don't believe that. Oh my gosh! Not tab. I wanted to actually just. I wanted to just hit the tilde key for the errors, but anyway, let's just check the other door. Is this a door? Yeah, it's a door. Even the sound, I'm stuck. I can't move. We've gone into a Lua error, so that's not going to help much. So twice on there, on the tilde key, twice to get to your place where you can type exit, and then it will drop us out. Alright, so we've got a few things to sort. But yeah, that's already a huge jump into the future, for FS22 mods. Alright, so first things first, find our log file. And let's quickly work these errors one at a time. Okay, available mods, warning, only zips. That's now got nothing to do with our mod. As like I said, later on in the game. Warnings, what's this stuff? Oh, placeable size X is not supported anymore. Alright, so first things. Remember I said to you day-night objects is not supported? Here it is. I thought it's not going to work, but anyway. Okay, so this error, guys, it's not difficult to fix. So what we need to do is placeable is not supported. Use visibility condition tab in Giant's editor exporter instead. I'm not too sure what they mean. Giant editor exporter instead. But anyway, so the visibility tab. So what we're going to do is check what this day-night objects do. It's probably got to do with stuff that switches on and off automatically as it goes light. As the sun comes up, then it comes on, and when sun goes down, it goes off. So first things first, open the Shed XML again, find that day-night objects. So the node is 701. Alright, so open the mod, find our Shed, there it is, mods, that one, just make sure we're in the right one. Okay, good stuff. And then we're going to find 701. Was it 701? 701, yes. So find 701 and let's have a look. So that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Day night. So that's our whole day night thing, is this one here. So it's the outside lights, guys. Is there another one? So it's only the one. All right. So the day night light. So we can take that whole section in the XML and just delete it. You don't need that anymore. All right, so just delete it. And I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to fix that here in game. So what we want to do is the floodlight. Find that. All right, there it is. Let's have a look here. And now I want to just see support E. There's the light. All right, so we found the light. So now the light, they say we must use the visibility condition tab. And now all you do now here is we give it a weather required mask. So what happens is when you open this weather required mask, means that it requires this mask. So we're going to give it nighttime. All right, so it needs nighttime to work. All right, so and there you go. That's all. So so you could go in here, select night, and night the mask for night, the hex is 40, and there it is. Or you could just type 40 and hit enter if you know the mask. All right, so that is where the required mask. So there you go. That's the end of that error. Simple and easy. Nothing big. All right. So the next error in our log is it says here placeable placement size X and size Z is not supported anymore. Test size. So first placeable placement. All right, so let's do that one first. So in our XML for the shed, we have got our placeable placement. It is placement. What was the log there? It says placeable dot placement. Now what it says here, the first word placeable, double click, placeable is the start of your XML. So if you go to the shed and you go right to the top, you'll see here placeable. That's placeable, so that's your first of the error. And then you go to the second part of the error, which is placement. So you find placement. All right. So I'm sharing with you how to read these errors, how to sort them out. So the first one is the placeable section. So this helps a lot when you try and troubleshoot these things, is to know what it says here. So the first one, placeable, and then placement. So now we're going to go down and find placement. We were at it there. There is placement. All right. So that's the one that we're looking at. And now it says to us that size X and size Z is not supported anymore. So we can't put that in there anymore. So what we're going to do is run to the cargo hanger bag, find its placement, and just copy that over like so, Control C, into Shed 2, just beneath it, because we want to keep our stuff there. Just beneath that, press Home, and paste it in there. And now we can have a look. It says here, snap placement. I'm going to leave everything default. It says test area, and test area start and test area end. Now test size, they have got sizes here, Z and X, and Z, test size X, test size Z, size X, size Z. Alright, so what we're going to do is just remove that whole thing there, like that. And this start node and end node, obviously for test areas in FS22 they use a start and end, which is the start is at the bottom of your at the 0 mark in the one corner of the furthest out area of your mod or what building or whatever, and then the other end is the top, the highest above your roof or whatever, say for instance in this case on the other opposite end. So I'm going to show you now how to add the test one and test area end, so all we do is run in here to FS22 cargo hanger big, open that up, and we're just going to add that into the R3D of the shed. Now this is not really important, guys. It's totally not really important. That was test areas. Alright, so what we're going to do is go File, Export Selection with Files. We're going to go into our mod, which is the Millennium Shed. I'm going to open a temp directory here, just for now. Temp, because we're going to delete it when we're done. Alright, and we're going to call this test area. Alright, just like that. The naming is not important here. Do you want to get yes? Do you want to keep yes? Alright, so yes to those two. I'm going to leave this open because we're going to probably come back for some more stuff, Alright, so back in our little shed now. I'm going to show you now how this looks. Alright, shed 2. Now, first things first, when you work with these areas, I like to create a primitive plane like that. And then we're going to give this plane a scale X of, let's just go 50 and see how big is 50, and a Z of 50. There you go. Yeah, that's fairly big enough, so we can actually see the ground. So this simulates the ground. So now you know where 0 is, because that is your 0 mark, basically, this plane, You'll see it's at 0 mark. So whatever you put now will not go below that unless there's some stuff that you need to dig for basements and all kinds of stuff like that. Alright, so now we're going to go File, Import. Alright, and it's going to take us to the last thing we exported, which is nicely already for us in the temp and the test area that we've made. Alright, so I'm going to grab this test areas, drop it right on top here, and while I'm doing that, I just noticed areas here. I'm not sure which areas this is, but let's just have a quick look. Start, width, and height. Okay, that's definitely used for the clearing and the That's not our test areas. All right, so it's a good thing that we do the test areas like this. So remember to put it at the very bottom. If you drop it on top of your mod, it will automatically drop it at the bottom of the list for you. All right, so important to have that there. So test areas is at 0. Then the start and the end, we just move that into place. All right, so first things, all you do now is leave it at 0. I'm going to just drop it a little bit. Maybe what we can do is grab this start, because that's sort of our sort of position there for it. So grab there the X, Y, and Z for that. Click there on the first one. Hit Control, Shift, and C to copy the 3. Go in here to test area start. Click there, Control, Shift, and V. All right, so that puts it at the same spot. Test area end. Let's put that at the same spot on the opposite side. So that will be our height will be there. So we're going to use that one. So we use that one is X is 23.09. C, copy that. Test area end. So test area end will be Control V. And then 0 these. All right, so there you go. Now, the height is, the width is that one, which will obviously be the Z. So copy the Z into our end, into each Z, Control V. So we have it there, like that. Isn't that awesome? So now we have the test area start this side and the end on that side. And now we just need to do the height for it. So the height, unfortunately, we don't know the height of this building. So I'm going to just eyeball it. Pull this up above the mod. The height isn't, as long as it's a bit above the mod, you know, so that looks like fair amount above the mod, so that sounds good. All right, so there's our test area start and end, all sorted out. And now, what we need to do now is give this test area start and end a i3D mapping. Because it's a naming system, they use naming for the nodes in FS22, and in FS19 the nodes were just added here in the stuff. So there's no i3D mappings in FS19. There were hardly cases where they used i3D mappings. It was sort of a later on development for better modding and that, you know. So what we need to do now is grab our cargo hanger again, find test area start, Control C into our find, Control V, and go down, and you'll see there it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab start and end here. Let's just copy the whole i3D mapping, because we're going to use a lot of these anyway. Shed 2 back, right at the bottom, we want to add our mappings. Make sure that you add it above the placeable. The placeable end, this / means it's the end of the whole placeable. So you can't put it below that. Make sure you put it above it. So we're going to go to the last thing, which is animated objects. Hit enter like 10 times, just to make yourself some space. And press the home button, Control and V to paste, and there you go. Now the ones that we use and we don't use, I want to just make some space here, and then go into test area start and end. I'm going to cut these and drop them here on top, and then this is the ones we haven't used yet. All right, so the ones we use and the ones we don't use, we can delete later on. All right, so now we just need to edit these nodes, fix the nodes. So the nodes now for start test area 1 start is 0, 11, 0. So highlight, Control C to copy, highlight, and Control V, like that. All right, back into the i3D in here, and that one is 0, Control C, and paste it in there. Good. All right, so that's our test area finished. All right, so we've got that sorted. That area on the log is now sorted. Placement, we've done all the placements now. All right, missing indoor areas. Okay, so there's no indoor areas on the XML. It says here, The Shed 2 XML doesn't have indoor areas. That's what the error tells us. Shed 2 XML does not have indoor areas. So we need to fix that, as well as the AI update areas. So missing indoor areas, missing AI update areas. So these things, this two, the AI update areas and the indoor areas, I normally don't bother with them. So I'm going to show you how to sort that quick and easy without any problems. So indoor areas, there's indoor areas and AI update areas. So let's just copy this whole bunch here. We can delete the rest. Copy that into Shed 2. Let's just drop them above all these things with the animations. There, let's keep it together with the other areas. Tip occlusion updates. I'm going to delete that for now because we can come back to that. So what I do is the indoor areas, clear areas. All right. Clear areas I'm going to leave alone. That worked fine. Leveling worked fine. As you can see, there wasn't a problem, and it did add rough dirt. Ground type. The ground type is what the area adds to that area that it clears. So if there was grass, it will replace in that block that you have selected. It will add rough dirt to the texture there. So it will change the ground texture. All right. So here we go. So clearing is fine. So indoor areas. So what I normally do, you can now go through all the trouble we've just done with leveling, with the test areas and import. You can do the same thing, give it the i3D mapping and everything. Or you can just do with indoor areas the same as this, whoop, and update areas, tip occlusion, whoop, like that. Now you can just leave it. Or you can actually remove this whole section as well and just put AI in there. But I'll just normally just leave that there, and that should solve our problem. Okay, so missing invalid vector 3 for placeable animated objects, animated object 3, animation part 1 keyframe rotation. Invalid vector 3. That is most probably why we had that Lua error that just chucked the whole thing into like an unrecoverable problem. So invalid vectors 3. All right, so what we're going to do now is, once again, it's in this XML. It says placeable. Remember, is that first thing? That's the whole XML as a placeable. Then it says animated objects, animated object 3. So let's find that thing there in the XML. So it is animated objects. There's it. Animated object 3. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3 by the looks of it. All right. And then it's talking about a segment, animation part 1, keyframe 1, rotation. All right. Animated part 1, keyframe 1. All right. So animation dot part 1. All right. So let's go back there. So animation 1, part 1. It looks like it is this one, and it says keyframe is wrong. So now I want to have a look at what is going on here. Right. So basically, what it looks like to me is, I'm not 100% sure now of which door it's talking about. It says animated objects 3. And these things work in binary, so as they start counting at 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, so it will actually be number 4 in the list if I'm correct. So that's 1 here, 2, 3, 4. So it might be this one, but I think what we can do is do them one at a time to test. So easy peasy, quickly save our door shed here. Close it up just to free some resources, and then what we do is just plot out the rest of them. So from here we're going to put in an exclamation mark, 2 little thingamabobs, copy that because we're going to use it quite a bit. Keyframe, Control V. Every time we get to a little, oh my word, it's gonna be a nightmare. Control Z, let's just do this instead of blotting them out. So let's lose That's door 1, animated object, doors, door left and door right. So let's do this 3 doors, and then from here on, oh, it's just at 4, so it's 4 doors. So let's take out this last 2. So I want to show you how to easily do that. So you select here on the first section of it, right to the bottom where it says the animated object, that last one there, hold shift, click in there, control X, and then save. So now it's taken it out, but we don't close the XML because we can now undo by pressing control Z. Then it will put it back for you, you know. So that's what we basically want to do, is just to test it and see now. Oh, I forgot now, at the bottom of our thing there's a lot of i3D mappings that will give errors. So yeah, be ready for a few errors as well on mappings. This is not found and the children is gone and I don't know what all else. My word. Anyway, deselect. We want that one and we want that one, and let's check it out now. Just see what is going to happen when we place that building now with the doors. Be interesting. Start it up. Confirm. No, thanks. Right. Let's go purchase in here. Placeables. Our little shed here at the end. Swap it around. Control. Wait, there's no control there. Why is that not? My movement's not working. Let's just drop it and see. There's probably like a ton. It's the i3Ds. Not found. Oh my word. Alright. I think I've made myself some more work suddenly. But what we wanted to test was just to see if there's which doors is called. This one we know. This door we know for a fact has had problems. This one is working with its sound. Okay, there's no new errors there that I can see. So this is one of the roller doors. So that one is definitely not operating. But I thought it said 4. Where's the other door? So there's 1, 2, 3. There's no other doors. Why is there 4? I think I counted 4 there. Maybe I'm going crazy. Anyway, so we know for a fact this big sliding door is working. So that's a good sign of things to come. We just get to the trigger again. There you go. That one makes that open that one. So nice and big. Also, we'll test now. Just quickly run the time, extra time scales, just to see if we have fixed our lighting thingamabob here at the end. So let's just run into night, so we can have a quick browse. It should come on. There it is. Nicely done, man. So the light comes on and then it goes off again. Like I said on that night thing, with the night mode or whatever, it comes on and off automatically. Alright, so I think, so we know the one door works. Alright, so these ones, I can quickly just blot them out so that we don't get more problems again. Okay, so now I can go undo, Control Z, sorry, first undo that, and then we'll blot out these boys here at the bottom, because otherwise we're going to run into with our next test to have some issues that we don't need. Alright, so now let's first have a look which doors are these. So we know for a fact this one, door 1, I think is that sliding door on the side, not the thing that slides up. We couldn't open that. I think it's that one. So let's have a look which is door 1. And check it out. Door 1, yes, it's that one. Alright. Door R is the big one that works, and door left and door W. Door W is the door on the side, probably. Yes. Okay, so door W, door left, door right is the 2 doors that we know opened, and door 1. So that's why there's 4 doors. So they've done this in 2 doors, so we've got half the work already working. Half the things, I would say. All right, so door 1. Let's focus on door 1 then, which is this big one here, which obviously I think is the one causing, not, we know the other one that we try to open causes a big error, so we'll get to door W later on. But let's just first do door 1. So door R and door L works fine. So that's perfectly nice to know those are working. And then door 1 now. So let's just chuck this one out of the... I wonder if we can have a look. Okay, I know this one is going to be a challenge, but let's just chuck it out. Let us not, I can't blot it out because there's all these little things inside, the 4 segments things. It's going to take too much time. So what we want to do is focus on door W now first, that wooden door on the side. Let's see what they say about door W in the log. Reload the log for us. Find our... oh my word, now we've got so much other stuff in here because of the stuff we created. Morning zip mods. Oh my word. So this log basically is useless to us now. I think it's better that we just create a new log, guys. Just go into the game, create a new log quick. You can forward the video, like just hit the right keyboard arrow, right arrow, and it will forward 10 seconds, you know. So yeah, just do that. New farmer, Elm Creek, deselect all. We want our shed back. We don't need anything else. And now hopefully, did I save? I hope I saved. I didn't save. Oh my, yeah. Why didn't you guys tell me? Now you're going to have to forward like 3 arrows, guys. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh no, please. Oh no, please. Stop the madness. Alright, let's try again. I need coffee. I really need coffee. Shed 2. Save shed 2, because otherwise our changes here at the bottom is not going to make any difference, you know. Right, let's open now. Now we've got the whole XML loading, so now we'll get a fresh log to work. Career, a fresh log to work. Right. So now we can I'm going to do just one door at a time. So we know that that small wooden door on the side gives a unrecoverable error. So we won't fiddle with that now. Let's just look at this other door first. Oh, whatever comes naturally. So sheds in there. I'm going to just drop it down. My leveling doesn't work anymore because of the plane, guys, so that's just a given, so don't worry about that. It's very frustrating. I think because we're done with the leveling and that, I'm going to delete the plane for our next round of testing, because it's just annoying, this flickering stuff. If we press F5 once, it will show you the triggers. And this little door trigger is totally misaligned with the door, I think. I wonder why they put there. It's probably to be away from the actual door panels and stuff. Maybe that causes a problem. So I'm gonna see if I hold F1 here. It actually recognizes the trigger. So if I click left click now, it actually works. How's that? Keyframe rotation. Alright, so I'm not too sure what that is now. I should have checked now before I did that, but anyway, if I click it again, it should actually reproduce the error. So it looks like this error is not really from this door, so maybe it's this door. Let's have a look. So it's not reproducing that error at all, unless I'm not at the bottom. Yes, I am at the bottom of my log. Yeah, crazy stuff. Okay. Alright, so the easiest way to solve that is just, like I said, blot them out. Now that we have a full log again, and that's the only error we have on that 2 doors, that's a big start for us, guys. So what we want to do is find that 2 doors now. So that's door 1, it's our big door. We know that one works, but we don't know if it's that one causing the problem. This one we know is very crazy, so let us just delete this one for now. Animated object, like that. Control X or just delete, save, and then back into our thing and test. Now that we know which door is which, door W is the side one, the small one that's going honky bonkies when we try and open it. So let's leave that one for last. But first, I want to just see which door causes this funny error. That will help a lot to sort of figure out where the problem is. So I'm not always sure about this binary stuff. You know, I know in binary you count from 0. Now it says section 3 or animated object 3. Is it now actually 4 or is it actually 3? You know, so sometimes a bit. And I forgot to delete the plane. Guys, why didn't you tell me? Oh my word. Okay. Alright, so let's chuck that down there. And let's try and see now first. Okay, so immediately, not even opening any door, it just pops up that error. Oh, this is animation 2 now. Vector 3, invalid vector 3. Animated object 2. Ah, that's interesting. I think that was different from our previous one. This door is the sliding door. We left that intact. Why is this still working? It's this one that we've deleted. Anyway, alright, so at least now we know this error is definitely not from our two doors. It is from one of the 2, but and I think now if I delete the big door, the sliding door, it will definitely tell us the true story. It might be from that one. Wait a sec, what was that log? Let's just reread the log. It says invalid vector 3. Now vector 3, guys, is your animation vector. In other words, if you go into the XML, that part I understand clearly. Animation vector 3 is this. There is vector 1, there is vector 2, and that is vector 3. Alright, so that's the keyframe vectors. So there's 3. It's like translation X, Y, and Z. You know, there's 3 vectors. So invalid vector 3 is what the thing says. Invalid vector 3 for placeable animated object 2, animation part 1, keyframe 1. Okay, rotation. So for me, now it's animated object 2 now. So we've got animated object 1, object 2, and they say an invalid vector 3. And did they say any part note? Part 1 and rotation, the keyframe 1. Part 1, keyframe 1. So if this is the door, part 1 will be that. Keyframe 1. It's now crazy to think, but anyway. So let's have a look at part 1. I just want to first verify if it is actually the door, the big door. So let us see now. Control Z, bring that door that we've deleted back, which was that big sliding door, because we know that one didn't cause the error. So it looks like it is this big door. So first of all, let's just get rid of the big door, then shift there, delete and save. Right, so back into the game. But before we do that, let's just get rid of the plane, because that is very annoying. Save that up. And then quickly run into Farming Simulator. And now we will see, is that error still there? If the error is still there, we know it is that door door W, the small door that's causing thing. Which actually, if you think of it, rotation makes sense. But I mean, but we'll see now, guys. I don't want to just run the bus ahead, you know. So let's just have a look. Let's just have a look. This is how it goes when you convert stuff, you know, especially with this timing stuff. It gets so confusing with binary in between everything, you know, just to get sort of figure out what's going on. But we'll get there. Shed in here at the end, and let's drop it. I can't rotate it. Why can't I rotate it anymore? Something happened with my rotation. Let's just see if I can use the arrows. No, that rotates there. Let's just drop it down for now. We'll figure out the rotation later on. There is definitely some error. I don't want to go in there. What I want to see is there, animated object. You see now it is for animated object 1. So we actually, it looks like it is this wooden door, because now it is telling us there is still a problem. We know we've disabled the big door, we've disabled the rolling door, so it must be this one then. Okay, so let us quickly check that out. So verify the problem, so we don't spend time working on something that is not a problem. So that we can minimize for now. So Control Z, bring our first door back. So this will be then door 0, 1, 2. So 0, 1, 2. Alright, so let's delete this door and have a check what happens when we delete this one. Save it up. Open up Sesame. Let's have a look. I can put my money on that. I think that is going to be that. Continue, deselect, millennial, start. Alright. This is going to be interesting. So now if we place it and we have a problem, then I'm lost for words, guys. Then we really got a problem, unless there's something that I'm missing somewhere. But I thought I'll bring you along for all these things, you know, because it's nice to fiddle around with these things. Yeah, you see. I'm going to just get rid of this thing out, and there you go. And now, look at that. No more error. This door will now not work. Okay, and this door should work. Yes, and that one. Yes. No errors. I left the log open so I can immediately see if I cause an error. And close. No error. Normally when open works, close shouldn't be a problem either. Alright, so there you go, guys. So that is our problem, our wooden door. Okay. Now I was already in my mind working 200,000 things out to sort out that sliding door, or the door that rolls to the top, the rolling door that goes to the top. Now if the problem was there, because that's a segmented door, it's got this like 4 type of segments, you know, that runs, not this one, sorry, this one here on top. You see segment 1, segment 2. And if you look at an example for that, if you go into Farming Simulator, the game itself, which is there, data, placeables, Rudolf Hoffman, garage small, I think. Garage small, let me just have a view which one this is. Large icons. Yes, this one has got 3 little roller doors, and how they work, they've got exactly the same setup here. You'll see animated objects, the rolling door, panel 1, okay, rolling door 2, panel 1. So what they do here is they run animation R3D, and there it is. So instead of having this whole door in this garage, they have a separate R3D for it. I have no idea why, but you can open this up and have a look at it. It's the door with the 4 segments in there. So instead of having it in the R3D, they've put it outside as a separate thing. There's your panels, your 4 panels for it. 5 panels in this case, you see. And I think they've done it just because they don't want the animation in the XML or in the R3D, that type of thing. I'm not too sure why they did it, but that's how they did it. So you could have then grabbed this door thing from here and modify that into your FS19 or FS22 mod, you know, for the to get the same working. Or you can try and fix this door if there was a problem with it, but in this case it's working perfect, so there's no real issue with it. Our issue now is with that other door. This is the one that we we neglected from the very start is actually the one causing us problems. This one here. Now this, what we're going to do now, we're going to do the same thing. Have a look at this door. It's door W, and then see what the problem is with it. They say if we first come in here, Control Z, not that one, into our shed, to Control Z to put our stuff back, save it up, and then we're going to find door W. There it is. Now they say the error was, now we obviously, I'm not going to reload it because we still want the error. I'm not going to reload it. So it's animated, animation part 1 keyframe. So they say it's an invalid vector 3. Alright, so let us have a look at vector 3 for that door W, now that we know which door it is. So door W has got a door, which is that one there, and this is its parameters for that vectors, -9953. So let's have a look if that is actually correct in our XML. Part 0 is 400, so let's have a look at 400. So that is 400. So that's the handle, guys. It is the actual handle that is causing all the issues. Is that the error? That is totally nuts. It looks like it is the handle, door W. Keyframe port 40 is what I guarantee you this will be the door. 40 will be the door. Yeah, 40 is the door, and the handle is 0400, which is that one there, 0400. Okay, interesting. Alright, so what we need to look now is this whole part thing on a door handle. How does that work? So let's find a door handle. Where is a door handle? Now I need to go figure out where is a door handle. Which of these things have a door handle? Rudolf Hoffman. I think it was Garage Big Service has this little office on it. So let's have a look at Garage Big Service at its little thingamabobs, animations, door 1. So what they have here, okay, here we go. So door 03, let's have a look at this Garage Big Service. What is going on here, and let's find out how that should be done so that we can figure out what is going on here. You see there's a door there with a handle. Now I wonder if this little handle works. So if we now click on this, now it's probably going to be best to just rotate through the doors, figure out which is door 5. Nice. Alright, door 5 then, that's the screws, trigger, collision part, screws decal, door 5. So why did I not maybe these doors doesn't work. It's just a prop. Can't be that they are just props, guys. Hey? Could it be on visuals? Let's have a look. No, it won't be that. Okay, so that will not be it. So it must be door 5. So let us go to the XML just to see what is door 5's XML about. Great, so door 3, door 4, door 5. So door 5 has a part node, door 05. Alright, so if we go down to the mapping door 05, so it just have a trigger and this little no, so it looks like they don't rotate the handle. So shed 2 has got a rotating handle, and there's something wrong with this rotating handle, and they say for us that it is keyframe 1 rotation. There's something wrong with the rotation, so I'm thinking we with this garage door service we don't have the right thing there. We don't have a door handle, so let us find something else that rotates. I'm actually very bad with these things, guys. That's why I'm struggling a bit here to find the correct thing. Thinking what else. Was it the horse barn? I think the horse barn had a little thing on the side as well with a door. Maybe one of them have got a handle that can rotate. This animation stuff drives me nuts, you know. There's a door. Door. Big door base. Okay, let's have a look. So door right has the handle. So it's got the wood. It's got a glass collision. Big door trigger. So once again, no handles that flip and turn. Right, so nothing on the horse barn. Sheep barn maybe? It looks like these guys, they're not really into handles that flip and turn. So maybe we should abandon that search, go back into my mods, because I know there's quite a bit of mods in here with barns and stuff. Let's have a quick browse through there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause here, make myself some coffee, and then I'll find a door for us with a handle so we can get the handle to work. And we can have an example, because I work with examples, especially if I don't understand a thing. Find something that's got the same thing and fix yours from that. Okay, so in a sec, guys. Well, guys, what's happened is, take a break, have some coffee, come back, then everything looks different. Okay, after deleting a section or a few sections, leaving only one, and in that way troubleshooting which door it was giving that error, we realized it is actually door W, or this small wooden door on the side. Alright, so now I was fiddling and looking around and thinking how this door works. So if you look at this door W, it's got two parts. The one is the door, 40 is the door, and it's got the handle. And while I was looking at this, in plain sight, I noticed this bottom rotation has only got two vectors, and that is our error. There should be a 0 here at the end. But now, I just want to fix this, because it's actually, I don't think it's correct like this. It should always start at 0, and then go to 0, minus 95, and then 0. Okay, so I'm just going to test it with this, but if there is still a problem with it, we can sort it out. So I'm going to save it now that we have all three vectors in there, because that was all that the error says. Vector 3 was invalid. So there it is, there was no 0 there. So what we're going to do, I don't think I've done any changes in the i3D. So I'm just going to close the i3D without saving. And then let's just test, have a quick test, see if the door is working now. So that should be the end of that troubles. Career, open up, continue, deselect, open that and start. Tip there, a big tip, guys. Take a break, walk away, have a cup of coffee, and then everything looks different when you come back. It normally solves all the issues. Oh my gosh. Okay, so confirm. No. All right, I still need to figure out why our thing is not placing properly anymore, but we'll get to that later on. Sheds is here at the end. Just drop it down. Boop. Okay, that is good with us. And now we're going to run to our little door here. And it's working. Nice. All right. So it's opening to the inside. And there's no errors on it, which I love to see. Wait, what's going on here? I can't move. I'm still trapped here where I am. No, was it just my mouse or what is going on here? Let me just check. This door is so small. You can hardly walk through it. I think is the leveling correct on this? Why is this thing so small? You can walk through it. If I press F5 once, it shows everything here. That is the door trigger. If I click, I love that the sounds also work and there's no errors on that whole door thingamabob there. So I don't know why I got stuck there. For some reason I got stuck there. Anyways, so our animations are working for all the doors now. Great, without errors. That is good. So that means we can now press F5 another 4 times. There you go, and then everything should be kosher. Now we can test the lights. Now the lights are different. Lights 1 off. The actual sounds work. There is some lights there. Does it actually operate? It does. There it is. It is working. But I don't see the other light switch. There's 2 here. Maybe if let's press F5 again. Have a look where these. There's only 1 trigger here. So how do they know which light to toggle? It only does the 1 light. That's interesting. So we're going to have a look there. These are too close to each other anyway. You'll never be able to distinguish a trigger with them that close. So I can't believe that this thing actually works both the lights, you know. So F5 4 times. Did I press F5? No, that was F6. Okay, so we know that 1 light works. We know our animation works. Yeah, you see, this whole leveling is not working lacquer, or that was probably. We will sort the leveling just now. Look at that bird. It's like climbing the walls. What's going on here? Okay, but that's at least good news. Our one light switch works and the other one doesn't. So the right lane of lights work, but the left lane doesn't. So we can investigate that now. But there's no errors anymore. That's what's important. Our doors work. That is very good news. And there's no errors. So our log is clear. So from now on, it's just a matter of figuring out the lights. Okay, so good. So we can move on from the things. All right, so we have, for lights, we've got 1 switch, link node, lights 2. I would love to see where this part is. So let's go into the i3D and open that up again and find that part node for lights 2 for the switch. Okay, so lights 2, the switch. They really have it right next to it. So how do they suppose that you will be able to select that? Because it's right next to the other one. So the trigger for this, if I can't, yeah, there it is. And light switch 1 trigger, it's the same thing. So the triggers are on top of one another. That's not a very good thing. Okay, let's read the XML. Controls, interact 2. So it's got interact 2 there. That's just the sound. So what we want to do, so 6.6 and 5.6 is the two triggers. So 5.6 and 6.6. So that's just the nodes for that trigger. So they're on top of one another, and they've got interact 1 and interact 2 for the position action. So let's go into the mod desk, have a look here. Interact 1, interact 2, there they are. Lights on, off. He's made a little text error here. Let's just fix that for him. The N doesn't really matter. Okay, and remove that. Like things to be good. Okay, so interact 1, interact 2. Okay, so interact 1 on foot vehicle. So that's the actions. I'm not too sure of these actions, but anyway. So interact 1 has got keyboard mouse default. Mouse button left, mouse button right. Okay, so that's how they want to do it. Okay, square, circle, square on that. So axis component, neutral, index 3, index 3. So I wonder if we just save this as is and go back into the game and just verify if that right trigger works, because the left trigger does certainly work, and I don't see any difference between the two except for little text thingamabobby there that was misspelled, but I don't think that could make the difference, you know. Let's just have a quick browse. Elm Creek, deselect that one, start, and let's carry on. See what's going. Coffee makes everything better. Good. I'm crazy, crazy to think. Purchase this. There and then into there, last building, drop it down. Let's find our light switch. I love that the door works now. Alright, so lights 1 on and off. You see, even the control on top is not, I'm right clicking, middle clicking, left clicking. So left click, I love that the animation works. There it is on, and there it is off, but the right click doesn't work. So there must be, not too sure what the thing is for that. So solving the problem. I have to think about that. How to sort that. Quit game is. Why would the right button not work? What are we missing? Trigger. Interact 1. I think mouse button left, button 3 and button 1. Sorry man, that's gamepad. I'm confused. Axis component plus, neutral input 0, axis component plus. Yeah, to be honest, these things I have absolutely no experience in, so I'm like running in the dark here trying to fix something that I'm hoping to see something that will be obvious to the problem. keyboard mouse default. That's a binding, definitely. And then the input is mouse button left, mouse button right. Save. So let me go and look up a few things, just to figure out what is the cause and what is the correct naming. Maybe there's something, I'm not too sure if the naming is a problem, but for this type of stuff, a good tip for you is to fool around in the Hofbergman map. There is a lot of stuff in that map. If I can put your attention onto that, there's a lot of stuff that can help, you know, to figure out things and find things. So I normally, if I have stuff like that, that I don't understand, I take maps that I know that there's got a lot of stuff in that I'm struggling with, you know. For instance, this map, it's got a lot of bindings and stuff in it. If I can show you, at the placeable types, we're not interested in that, but yeah, sorry, those things will be actually in the lower section, store items. Will it be in the L10N descriptions, I think is where they've put it. They'll probably have it in there. There it is. Okay, so it's translations. In there, of Bergman translations, find the N1. There we go. So, you see here, actions. There's all your actions. So it's name and then text, okay? And then we have Shed 2, mod desk. That is Hofbergman. We can close that. Mod desk here. So input binding. Input bindings, actions. Input bindings, we don't have any input bindings here, have we? Control F, V. So that won't be in the L10, and it wasn't in the mod desk. Wasn't in the mod desk. No input bindings. So we need to find something with input bindings so we can see how it works in FS22. Because sometimes it can just be a tiny little difference in how it works, and then we will solve the problem. So I'm going to do some search for that, and we're back in a flash. Well, guys, after a long search, for the life of me, I can't find anything that's got something similar. So it dawned on me, why don't we just remove the second light switch? Why do there need to be two light switches? So when you put on lights, why would you want half the whole light? Other half not. But anyway, so it's simple and easy. Let's put a light switch for all the lights, and then that's simple because we know light switch 1 works. So switch S, and then lights 2 is that whole thing there. So before you delete anything from a directory here or the scene graph, always think of your nodes. All these nodes are connected somewhere in the XML. So if you're going to take out a transform group, replace it with an empty one. So or you can just leave this one in there and delete everything inside, you know, that you don't want to use. So these lights, we are just going to transfer the lights. So we're going to go shift like that, Control X, drop them into lights 1, Control V, like so, and then just grab the trigger, or leave the trigger, because the trigger is also a node, 056, and then we will have a look now for light F. So lights 2, the switch and the trigger we can delete, so we don't need any of that anymore. Alright, so leave that there. So now our whole tree, everything below that is still correct. Day night is 07, and then flood 07. And everything else below, like the seasons, we don't really need that, but our test areas is there at the bottom, 011. And if you look at our test areas here on top, it should still be, at the bottom at the mappings, it's still 11. So it's important not to change the stuff. Just leave, if you don't have something or you don't want to leave that, just create, transform, drop it in there, and leave the empty transform in there, which this is. It's an empty transform. There's nothing in it, so very simple and easy. Okay, so now let's just see how these lights are connected to the switch. So light F051, Control C. Let's look in this XML of ours. So there's no place where 051 is actually coming up. That is very strange. 051 is not coming up, but 511 is, and it's part nodes. Let's have a look at what that's the switch. Port node 511. 511. Let's have a look at, it's actually L fit, light fitting. Okay, so light fitting 511. That's basically what needs to happen here. Light fitting 511. 1 will be that one, 510, 511, and if you look around you will find it. There it is. That's the light of this little switch. Alright, so all we need to do is take these lights and add them in the XML to this animation here. Alright, so what we're going to do is do the following. Switch we don't want anymore, but the parts we do want, up to part up to there. So that Control X, that's the switch, and then what we want to do is just drop it in here, open up, make some space, Control V, put it in there, and now we're going to just have to repair all these nodes for each of those lights. So simple and easy. The first one is 57, and then it's 58, 59, 510, and 511. Okay, 511. All right, so we just have to check now. Check this last one, 551. I just want to see what is actually, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last one, 551. 551 will be the bulb 0. So that's the ID we need for each one. So it's not the light, it's actually just the bulb. So we find the bulb of these ones. So it's 571 for the first one. And drop it in here. Control V. You see, so that should, in all honesty, sort out all our problems. So bulb 0, 581. See, why is there no more? Oh no, there is enough. Bulb 0, 591. So we just add the bulb zeros to them. Easy peasy. Oh my word, now I've gone crazy. Control C, Control V. That's what happens when you talk and you try and do things, and yeah, stuff happens, you press the wrong buttons. So this will be 5101. Control C, Control V, and then this last part will be that one. Our last light, bulb 0, 5111. Control C, just drop it in here, 6511. Control V. Great. Okay, so there is our animation done for that one switch. It switches now all these things. It's got the controls, it's got the sound. So now lights 2, this whole thing we can now just delete. Don't delete this because it's the end of the animated object. So what you want to do is click on the first section of the object, and it will show you the end of it, and then click on the end and come back, hold shift, come back to the top where you were working, so you don't make a mistake of deleting the wrong stuff, and then your XML doesn't work, and then suddenly you don't know what has gone on. So all you do, if you made a mistake, Control Z to undo, and you're all good. Okay, so mod disk, we can now remove the right button for interact 2, that part we can chuck away, part 2. So that can stay, lights 1, main door. And there was another interact 2 there, and there's another interact 2 there. Right, like so. So let's save this up and go and check. We haven't made any changes, or we have made some big changes here. So this we have to just save as is. Very important to save your i3D and your XMLs. Make sure all your XMLs are saved. This is just a log, so we can just reload it, so it doesn't really matter. Right, testing time, guys. Testing time. So hopefully now our one light switch, I forgot to delete that whole light, or did I? I think I did delete it, yeah. We need to delete that little switch thingamabobby. The visuals, but I think we did do the whole thing, you know. Great, so a little console up again. I love to have the console up, and I always test without any mods. Very important, except obviously for the dev controls, which I use for when I have to do stuff in the map, like test ground and vehicles and whatever, you know, stuff like that. Then you need the dev controls, which is a very nice addition. Right, still error free, which is nice. Open up Sesame, and now, ooh, our lights is gone. Why is our lights gone? Ha! Oh, one section of lights is missing. Something is the matter. I don't know what's the matter, guys. Did we now make a mistake? I don't know what's going on. Why is our lights missing? I didn't see any errors. Let's reload it. Search for error. There's no errors. That's good. Shed 2. Did we make a mistake here? Animation. But we would have had an error the moment we click that light if there was a problem here. 5, 0, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. And then 5, 0 was the switch. So what was 6 then? Why is there... That's the trigger, man. 6 is the trigger. 0, 5, 6. So I wonder, could it be that the trigger is causing this whole issue? Can it be? Because here's our lights. They are here. Physically, they're not. They're not here physically. Why are they not here? What happened to them? We just moved them. That's very interesting. Bulb 0. Why did they go into the same spot? That is very interesting. They all went into their own spot instead of... oh, you know what? It's because we dropped them into this transform, man. It adopted this transforms positioning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that all, the only thing that it means is that we'll have to just quickly reposition these onto their own little spots, which is on these conduits. You'll see there's a little conduit running there. So all we need to do is grab the one axis, because it's already in position. So we just want to have this little madalaki there, like that. Something of the kind. So the only thing we're actually moving is the X. If I move here and I check here what is moving, we're only moving the X of it. So I can align this nicely, copy the X, Control C, and then just go to each of these little lights, Control V, and then just see that they are all going into its own position. Control V. Control V, like that. And then lastly, this one here, which is there, or not lastly, Control V. So minus 4206, it's crazy. Anyway, so that there is all the lights done. So now So they were actually there, they just were just on top of one another, so you couldn't see them. So let's collapse, save, and then close, and then back into game just to verify if it is now working. But by all accounts, I think we have won the battle there, because I didn't see any errors with the triggers when we worked the triggers. So that's a good sign always. No errors is a good sign. That's why I always have my console open, to see if something happens. When you click something, immediately you can see the error pops up in the log, then ooh, there's a problem with the XML or with your trigger or with something that's set up and it's not working correctly. Okay, so once again we're going to purchase, let's just get rid of this now. We know that there's no problem there anymore. Sorry, so focus here on the job. Right, that's the joy of converting stuff and building stuff. Is you have to come in like 2 gazillion times to have an end result like this. Test everything, test, and test again. Make sure there's no errors, and that's basically the joy of this whole katoot. But I've still got a problem. Look at the floor. The placement isn't working right. It is placing and it is leveling, but it is not correct. Not by far correct, because it's not even showing the floor. So it's putting it into deep. So something is the matter. Something is afoot, guys. And I think it's got to do with the leveling. So we'll have a quick browse there in the leveling on the mod itself. All this other stuff I can now close. We're done with the errors. Right, so leave the XML open. Mars update, we don't need that. We want to go in here, check up here. Alright, let's have a browse and see what's going on. Shed 2 is at 0, so that is wonderful. Everything is at 0 where it should be, so we don't have a thing that moved around. Does this thing have a flaw? I'm sure it has a flaw. To verify, I can just pull this up. It doesn't have a flaw. How is it not having a flaw? And then Control Z just to drop it down again when I'm done fooling about. I don't see a flaw, but maybe it is. No, man, this thing should have a flaw. I'm just gonna check the original. Let's just check the original. We have it here in downloads. There it is. Shed 2. Open up with 822. This thing must have a flaw. Where's the flaw gone? So Shed 2 does not have a flaw. Am I going crazy or just losing my mind? Because I don't see a flaw. Alright, FS22 Shed. Okay. So, which just doesn't mean that is the problem. It just means that our shed is being placed too deep into the ground, so we still have a leveling issue. So what I want to check now is just check that our leveling and our XML, something hasn't changed there. So we're going to quickly go into the test areas. The test areas has got nothing to do with leveling, so we're going to go to the top, go back into our placement. False true 90 0. Okay. Use random rotation. Use manual rotation. So we have manual rotation. That's good. Placement. Leveling. Leveling area. So 8. That is our area there for leveling. So you can see 8 is always there. So that is what is happening. Clear and leveling is definitely set at that node, which will be this one here. So areas is at 0. Start, and I think it is that there. Could be that I messed up when I copied here. I messed up something, because y is at minus 0.6, which I think is where our problem lies, you know. In my mind, this should be 0. Oh, mind you, this is leveling. Control Z. You always want to level a little bit lower than your. I'm just going to close without saving. Reopen. So it could be that that is correct, which will just mean shed 2 leveling mask areas. Okay, so start is at 062, and then the width, they should be at 0 always. They can't be, because they're under this transform. They're part of this transform. This is sets the level for you. And then the width and the height is just, should be on the same 0, you know. So the height should also be 0. The height is 0, which is correct. It is just the width that was wrong. Now X is fine, and this one is right. So I think maybe something slipped in here with the width here. But just verify that now, save it. So your start is the one that sets your level. And because this one and this one is part of this transform, it's actually inside this transform. They will take on this transform, the first transform's positioning data. And then you can just adjust your X and Z on these two. The height should always be set by the start, you know. That's how it works. So the start sets the height, and then the other two are part of the start, so you just do the X and the Z's on them, you know, to have everything work correctly. So let's save, go back in, and it's just verify if it's now working correctly. So yeah, not too sure, but yeah, the proof is in the pudding, I always say, you know. So now we can have a browse. I think we can clearly say that there's no errors anymore. So we can chuck away the console for now, and then before we close the map, we can just one last time open it, you know, just to verify. And now we go into construction. Mind you, let me just run out into the open, because you never know these things when you stand under a building and trying to place something. You never know with giants what could go wrong, you know. So just be safe. And then I know for a fact that my placement rotate item, oh, there it is, my rotation is working again. Okay, so that is good. I'm glad. Just want to get the place where it's more nice in the open. Perfect. Drop it down. Zip, zip, zip. Let's check the console. No errors there. Wonderful. And now, lastly, guys, just verify that we have a garage floor. There's no garage floor. How does this work? Oh my word. Okay. Our heights do look correct, because I can see the sun shining there under the thing. So I think the best to do in this case is, instead of ground, put concrete. Alright, so let's do it with concrete and see if it's correct, because it looks horrible with that mud, animal mud. So let's just do concrete there. So we know now everything works. Our placement is working. Everything else is fine. All right, so rough dirt. We're going to call... just want to get the correct naming for concrete. I think it's just one word, concrete. Very important to have the correct naming, guys, for these things. So to do that, I'm just going to go into one of the maps. Doesn't matter which one, they all have concrete. Map XML, and then just drop here to the bottom, concrete. There it is. So we grab this naming here, drop it in here for the ground texture, the ground type, save it up, and test again. Right, so at the end of the day, there was quite a bit of things to fix to get this thing into FS22. A lot of work for a very simple shed that actually, by the looks of it, doesn't really do much. It's a shed with 2-3 doors, you know. But anyway, if this is what you want, then that's what you get, you know. Who am I to complain, you know? We just go with the flow. That's basically how it goes. So let's see, guys, how does this thing now stack up with how it works. So like I said, important not to try and place from there. I think that was where the problem was, why I didn't want to rotate, because we were trying to place and the little man was not standing in the open, you know. So yeah, there's so much limitations, you know, in the game. So yeah, anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's just place our building. Bloop. And there we have concrete, and it really looks much better with concrete. I'm not very happy with the tiny little bit of concrete we have around the building, but I suppose, like I said, you will level the area around your building where you want to put it all by yourself. But I love that it is there, and it looks 200 million times better than the ground or the rough dirt that they were. The height is good. I can see the light under the door. That is working. Light switch. We have lights. Lights, camera, action. Wonderful. Good. I think, guys, we have a successful error-free conversion of this millennial shed into FS22. And what I'll do, I'll drop this little building into my Patreon for my patrons to enjoy. It is something you can grab for free. It is a pack that you can download for free. I will put the link in the description as well for the millennial shed pack. I wonder if it's actually available in FS22. Let's just quit the game and let's have a quick browse. Maybe this whole thing is already available in FS22. I don't know, guys. Oh my word. What is this thing's name? Let me just get the correct name for this little shed thingamabob downloads. It is millennial shed pack. Copy that like so into the browser. Control V. And all we want here is 22. Is there something like that available? Millennial Farmer Shed Pack. Farming Simulator, 23 April. I want. It's something that I really honestly didn't even bother checking, guys. Is there a Farming Simulator Shed Pack? There it is. But mind you, this is now a different shed. How many sheds are there? Shed pack. There's a workshop, a vehicle shop, and a toy shop. Workshop, vehicle shop, toy shop. So let's just have a quick browse at what's in this Millennial Farmer Shed pack that you can download for free off the internet. And I did all this work to convert it, but maybe it's different from the FS19 one. So now you can have the FS19 one for FS22 if you're one of my patrons and you want to enjoy that. Otherwise, just download the shed pack here and enjoy that for free, you know. So my patrons enjoy it for free anyway, you know. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, wonderful. Why is this thing downloading so slow? It's only 31 meg. Come on, guys. But that's Farming Simulator for you. This mod up, it is extremely slow, guys. Extremely slow. Look at it. It's downloading it. What's that? They don't show speed here, but it must be maybe half a meg or something, you know, because I mean it's only 31 meg. And I've literally, when you download the map or something off ModUp that's like 400 meg, it takes like 10-15 minutes to download that, you know. It is ridiculous compared to other download sites. It's 10 seconds and it's done, you know, that type of thing. Right, let's open this, extract it, and let's have a browse. What's in here? I would it will be totally crazy if the same thing is now already here, you know. Oh word, what a fun video to make if it's already there. Okay, so this one is yeah, this one is the one we saw on the picture. It's got this big garage door, so it's not the same one. So we know now that the vehicle shed is not it. The toy shed, I don't know what is a toy shed, but anyway, only the millennial farmer will know what a toy shed is. Do you actually need a toy shed? Okay, this is the one. This is one with a door. It's actually one with a lot of doors. Okay, so I don't know why they call it a toy shed, but anyway, what's inside? Are there toys? Ah, you see, this almost looks like the one we just did. Although, I must be honest, I like this toy shed better than the one we just did. But, I mean, they're all the same. And look at this little wind thingy on top. Ah, my word. Why would you want a wind thing on your shed? And then there's the workshop, which obviously will not be the one that we've done. So, clearly, honestly, it's not the same sheds that we've done. This is the workshop with all the tools and stuff. All right. So there is actually a FS22 Millennial Shed pack that you can download, or you can now have this one from FS19 if you really want a blank empty shed with the lights switch and 3 doors. Great, man, guys. So I'll drop links in the video description for this download of Millennial Shed Pack, as well as the FS19 Shed Pack that we've just done, one of the sheds. And then obviously you'll find my Patreon links and my website links and everything, in all the other links for my stuff there in the video description, along with this little few links that I've added or talked about just now. Great, man. Guys, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, thanks so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I had a few good laughs at myself, obviously, as always. And we've successfully converted one little shed, which took like 2 hours to do. Maybe a bit more, with research time and everything in between. Coffee breaks. Our coffee addiction, you know, not an addiction, but our love for coffee did that. Good stuff. Great, man, guys. I'll say thanks again for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe. Do share my stuff. And thanks a lot to all my patrons. You guys are awesome. As always, take care. Have a fantastic week. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.